It started on Thursday. 32 teams descended upon the Bucks County Curling Club. They played 18 draws of curling action, and now we're down to the finals of the 2023 Big Buckin Bonspiel. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Bucks County Curling Club. I'm Dave Schmel, bringing the finals of the Big Buckin Bonspiel. This is the championship final, pitting Team Stayer from Bucks County versus Team Rowlett from Utica. Kevin Stayer is no stranger to winning this event, having won this event in the past. He's joined with his longtime vice in this event, Kristen Weiss. Filling in for the injured Greg Danks is Wade Norquay, and throwing lead is Jane Stayer. And they find themselves pitted against Team Rowlett from Utica, skipped by longtime Utica club president and dean of the college curling circuit, Roger Rowlett. With Michelle McEnroe as the vice, Hallie Feldman as the second, and M.J. Walsh as the lead. We're picking up action here on Skip Rocks in the first end. It is Utica having won the toss. They are throwing red stones with the last shot advantage. Here in end number one. It is Bucks County sitting shot at the top of the forefoot, half under cover. And now Roger Rowlett skates down for his first stone. We are playing 8 ends of untimed action here, with any ties being decided by an extra end. All of our finals are available on individual channels here. Sheet A is carrying the D event, Sheet C has the B event, and Sheet D has the C event. First rocket 2 on the way for Roger. This one's going to overcurl and wreck on the guard. Leaving an opportunity there for Kevin Stayer to try to cement a steal opportunity. Either steal or force would be good here. Both these teams managed to win their pools through pool play with undefeated records. Kevin's way to the final had him in the semifinal, turning away Simon Rowlett from Ontario and his squad. And Roger had to go through Paul Gibson from Bucks County and his squad. Sweepers are on it right off the bat. Kristen's happy with the line, but they need to get it across. Strong sweeping to carry. Now they got to drag it every inch to make the line perfect And that is a very well thrown guard by Kevin. Now, there is a port accessible for Roger. It's about a stone and a half. Very tight on the swinging ice to make that. Could also try to draw around everything, but that would be a very difficult shot. Roger's eyeing up the port, and that is what he's going to take on. It is a shot for two. The Utica Curling Club, beautiful 6-sheet facility located in upstate New York. And now goes here Roger with his final rock. That's got some curling to do. It's going to be really close. It's got to work just a little bit. Got to get past the one. Past the one, we get past the second. No, you won't. And it's going to be a steal one for Kevin Stayer in the first end. So after one end to play, it is 1-0 in favor of Bucks County. In our D event finals, the final rock is coming down for Jeff Wright. He is sitting 3, trying to add a 4th one on. And he's going to snuggle through the port, and I think he may have done it. So that's a beautiful draw, and you can count them up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 for Jeff Wright. Jeff Wright is motivated by his departure time at Philadelphia International. He is rooting for the fastest outcome possible in either direction. Center guard attempt on our feature game. Comes a little wide, ends up being a corner guard, and the first shot from MJ Walsh is a touch heavy, and it's going to skitter through the house. A big shout out to all of our friends up in Utica watching. I'm sure they are supporting Roger. We are watching here in the chat here. You can also chime in and interact with us. You know, it's a final. They're taking it seriously. At first end, I've already seen 2 measures. Nice draw by MJ here. Roger electing to utilize the staggered guards there to his advantage. Gonna ask Wade to follow them down now. And execute a corner freeze under the Red Rock. That's a nicely thrown shot from Wade. Probably rolled a little bit further than he would have liked. It's going to give an opportunity for Hallie Feldman to make a little hit and roll. Hallie set a great example for all the other curlers that as soon as the truck from Bruins Up Curling Supplies showed up here, he went and purchased new grippers, and with it, the beginning of a new curling season, on behalf of ice crews everywhere, I'd recommend that you do the same. Oh, wow, that was a fortunate wick for the squad from Utica, just the way they drew it up. Kevin's going to peel open these guards. He doesn't want to let a big end happen here. I can't say that I blame him. He's going to hope for a couple doubles in a row from his team here to get him out of dodge a little bit. A double takeout's made. The guard is now slightly better for Bucks than it was just a moment ago. Skittering over. So now Roger's going to try to play to the open side of the house to allow there to be a little more of a spread to make it more difficult to remove multiple shots with one rock. Want them to be kind of even. That one comes deep and is through. So now, choice decision time for Kevin here. Do you try to pick one out, or do you try to clear a guard again? Do you run it back? Lots of different options. Going to call for the control weight hit, trying to hit the one in the back and get a little roll on into the inside and sit shot. Trying to go from defense to offense right here. Rock from Kristen on the way. And that shot is made. Didn't quite get the roll, but it does eliminate a Utica rock. So Roger is going to try to counter with a hit of his own and provide some separation there to make it easier for him to obtain a multiple score. You always do want to score more than 1 point when you have hammer the last stone advantage. A hit's made. Leaves the rocks pretty even and quite double a bowl. That's a word now that we're using. Chris can see a good third of that rock. Kristen's still recovering from knee surgery, so using the delivery aid. calling it as board weight. That needs to curl. Oh. Okay, so it makes contacts with both stones and moves even with the tee line. Advances the Utica rock dead into the middle. So this shot's going to mark a turning point. This one's made. Utica's looking at a good chance at 3, and if it's missed, it could possibly go the other way. So Michelle McEnroe's rock. It's on the way down. MJ's going to try to push it over and make a curl. And it's going to make contact and skid her out and through. So now you're going to see a hit called for. Kevin's just going to remove this rock. Giving your opponent 2 when they have hammer is a acceptable outcome. He is going to try hit and roll and make it a little bit tougher on Roger. This rock is starting to jump on him. And it jumps right on past. So that's unfortunate for Bucks. Let's see how Roger chooses to play it now. Looks like Roger's going to call to play to the wing here and add a 3rd rock in. Hallie jumps this right out of Roger's hand. Now they kind of like the weight. It's coming on down, starting to lose its handle. That is really a well-managed stone. Now Utica has sitting 3 pretty well even across. Looks like Kevin's going to hit the one and go for the roll in and hope for the best here. Pretty good opportunity for Roger to go and make 3. Here's Kevin Stayer with his final rock. Line looks a lot better on this one. The hit's made for sure. going to be hit and stick, dead on the nose. It's going to be a hit back for Roger. Hit and stick to hold for 3. We have the families of some of our local teams around. That's going to be a hit and a roll out. So going to be a score of 2 for Roger Rowlett. And it's 2-1 after 2. Brian Hoofy comes up a little light. It's a steal of 2 for Jeff Wright, so that's a 6-0 game right now after 2. Single point scored on both of our other games. We'll see what the second end brings before we say that either of those games are swinging definitively in either side. You can catch all the action on all the different channels. The smell of leftovers pervades the air here in the warm room. We have pizza. I smell kielbasa, I smell golubka, I smell corn, I smell lots of corn. All the corn with all the butter and all the salt. We got some great local sweet corn grown right up the road. We got the Silver Queen variety this year. And that tank came up lovely on the grill. First rock from MJ rather, comes into the house, and Jane Stayer came at it with Jane Wade, and away it went. So now Roger's going to ask MJ for the guard again. Second one from MJ comes in the house, and this one just over curls on Jane and slides right on by. So chance for Roger to try to get something cooking here in the third end. without the hammer, trying to make a steal happen. This rock from Halley is a little bit light, so now they're going to try to throw it as a guard, and it's going to over curl to be a corner guard. So unfortunately, that's very little of what Roger desired, because it gives the opportunity for this hit and roll, which Kevin calls immediately. And that's the ask from Wade Norquay. Wade Norquay coming from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Played on the competitive circuit there for years, alongside of and against many of the names that you see curling today and competing at provincials in the Brier. Wade stepped away from competitive curling to focus on his family life. But he's a lot of fun to have around, and that here we go. Halley attempting the run back, and that is made. Nice shot there, but from Halley. Opens it all up, and now we're probably going to be steering our way towards a blank end. Going to have Wade draw to the opposite side of the sheet here. I think just to challenge Michelle to a takeout on an opposite line. Can't say I disagree with this. There's a very good chance we're moving towards a blank end here, so. That one rolls through the house. Roger's going to play right for the center and try to make that a difficult blank to make. As we go through and trade back and forth, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone who came out to the Big Buckin Bonspiel. It's been an honor and a privilege to have everyone as our guests. We had 32 teams here. When we opened registration, the registration sold out in approximately 90 minutes, which is humbling. It's humbling to see that much support from the curling community, and we're proud that as a club, it's a team effort that we put together. Like thanking first my co-chair and food director, Cassie Dragoz, and we're joined by our ice crew manager, Joe Phillips, as our core, and bringing in our next generation of leadership for this Bonspiel. It's going Dan Pearson is going to be moving into my role, been serving as the deputy assistant to the regional director, if you've watched The Office. And Jess Galaccio, who has been shadowing Cassie, taking notes and trying to make sure that we keep that level of food prep 100% right there. We've had some super volunteers to the weekend. Brian Hamill has spent countless hours here in the ice crew. Chris Mahoney, Kevin Brady spending full days working the ice. Long bar shifts by Chris Lorenz, coming in and being our closer. Dan Pearson for closing last night till the wee hours. Don't even know if it's so wee anymore when it's 4:36 in the morning when he walks out. And everybody else has made this possible. It truly takes a village. I'm happy to be able to be a part of that village. Now, so here we go with Kristen. While I was thanking the cast of many, a little something's now cooking for Team Stayer. We have a biter in the top 12. Rogers Rock is right in the middle on the lid. And got to get past this guard. Good shot made by Kristen. And Wade very alertly checks to see where the cover is and sees it would be advantageous to sweep it, and he decides it is to try to pull it underneath the guard there and skitter it in. Skittering it. Because that's a thing that occurs. So we have a 2-0 lead in the Battle of Philadelphia right now. That battle is being favored by Jeff Ishibashi. Over on sheet C in the Battle of New Jersey. Right now, Barry Klein has a better end of that over Mark Mooney. I think the biggest obstacle is who doesn't have exact change for the Parkway. And over on sheet A, Brian Hoofy is trailing by 6 in the third. He has one sitting on the button with a couple more entering skip rocks, but there is a veritable plethora of red rocks around belonging to Jeff Wright, so that is precarious at best. One stone eliminated over here in our feature game, and now Kevin Stayer is going to try to split the house with his first rock and cement a score of 2. This is all Wade. I heard a call of 8 from Wade. Don't want to go through. If you get lucky, you might be able to freeze down to that one in the corner. Oh, that weight came off right there at the end, and it's right there on the tee line. So these aren't dead even. I don't want to say these are non-doubleable, but these are non-doubleable. I don't even think Gunner could make these two go. Gunner would have to go up 7 octaves to make this one. So Roger's going to take this one out, and he realizes there's a very high probability that he's going to give up 2 here. Just going to make sure he wants to make sure he hangs on here to make Kevin have to hit for it and stick. At least make him work for it just a little bit rather than throwing a free draw. Clearly had to make the hit first. Out to the wings, Roger throws a good normal weight with a good positive release. And that's going to get there no problem. Is it going to hang around? Oh, it does not hang around the count. So it's a free draw to the house for 2 for Kevin. He's going to throw just the same way he did. That's a very good lesson for newer curlers watching at home right now. Kevin just threw this draw. It seems very tempting to say, "Oh, I want to just go throw it in the middle," but why not throw the one that you just executed? And of course, as I compliment him for being that, for doing that, he goes to take ice to go right in the middle. So I guess I'm just here for my good looks and not my curling insight. And Kevin lays this up, and it's in there no problem, and they call the score at 2. After 3, it's 3-2 in favor of Bucks. Back here in the fourth end, picking it up on Vice Stones. Michelle McEnroe wrecking in on the top guard. We have Bucks County sitting shot stone on the lid. Underneath a very good guard. And Kevin's going to ask Kristen to throw up a second guard. This is starting to take the curl now. They're going to be able to put it, hopefully if the weight's right, it's going to end up in an ideal location. I'd say that's pretty good. You take that every day of the week, including Sunday. Peel the guard there by Michelle. And Kevin's going to skate on down and put it right back, I would think. It's been another single point for Jeff Ishibashi in the Battle of Chester County. 3-0 there in that all Philadelphia Curling Club game. Mark Mooney looking to draw blood here for the first time against his opponent, Barry Klein. He's got an interesting run back opportunity for a whole bunch. Oh, almost made it for $1 million. A single point over there for Mark Mooney. It's 2-1 after 3. Here's Kevin Steger with the guard attempt. His first to 2 rocks is on the way. Wade's keeping it clean now. Comes up off of it. It's coming dead sideways now, and it's going to settle in to be a pretty good guard. Might be a little bit deeper than they like, but it is offset and provides a good deal of cover. So Roger Rowlett's going to try to peel both guards here. Give him an opportunity to get to the shot rock. You're really lucky you get all 3 of them moving, but I don't think that's the expectation here. That one, unfortunately, makes it past everything. Now, decision time for Kevin. If I'm it is possible to get another one laying in there, but you're really concerned about making it easier for Roger to get in there. If you get a little greedy here, you could screw yourself up here. For my 50 cents, I just throw a guard up there and tell Roger to find the side of the pin, and good luck with that. Going to be very difficult to access it right now. This one's a little tighter to the guards. There they go, and they're just going to cover, I think, exactly what they wanted to. If it was over another 2 or 3 inches, it would probably be dead perfect. So 2 ways for Roger to try to make this. If you're feeling really, really super saucy, you could try to come on down with just the perfect weight and score 3. I think that's there to come around from the right side as you're looking at it on the live stream. There is enough curl in the ice that if you could track right down that line of guards. Don't think that's a shot he's going for. I think he's trying to draw and just catch the pin. Having watched the ice all weekend, I think that the more aggressive shot is there, and this shot is darn near impossible to draw this way. I mean, if he makes it, that would be fantastic, and I will stand up and applaud. I'd love to take the shot for a big end here. MJ says it's bored. It's tracking in. It's losing handle. The line might actually work out. If it catches a little bit, it does, but not enough. It is indeed a steal of 1 for Bucks County and Kevin Stayer, so they will take a 4-2 lead at the midpoint of this game. As we're moving to the 4th end, want to mention an upcoming event here at the Bucks County Curling Club. We are hosting the 2024 US WCA 5 and Under Open Bonspiel. This is sanctioned by the United States Women Curling Association, but it is open to all 5 and under curlers. It will be occurring January 18th to the 21st here at Bucks County. That's January 18th to the 21st. We're allowing 32 teams. You have to be 5 and under and complete the necessary eligibility form and have it signed off by the requisite club officials. And your registration fee includes all your food and all your Bucks hospitality, your beer and your wine. It's an over 21 event, and registration opens on October 2nd. It's first come, first serve. You'll be able to register at buckscountykirlingclub.org. You can send questions to USWCA 5U. That's USWCA 5U at curlbucks.org. Now, a note that that 5 and under event will not be a qualifying event to a national event, but it will be a tremendous time, and I promise all of our hospitality will be in force. We are looking forward to hosting it. That's going to be chaired by Jim Fannin, one of our board members. So we have a center guard and a biter for Bucks County, and now MJ is going to try to draw underneath all of them into the park, as Dave Cragnoli would say. And he puts it there right short of the pot after it buckled in. See how many more Utica-isms I can throw in there. Jane took a little bit of a fall there, but she's okay. She bounced right back up. Turns out the rock didn't need sweeping, so that was one of the more graceful tumbles you ever take. We all take them from time to time. Now Barry's going to try to pick this one off. They're going to hurry to get there. It is curling and hard. It's very guard adjacent, and it is directly on the guard. So that's not what you are looking for. Kevin's going to play the long game here and try to. You could pick out your opponent's rock utilizing the out turn. He's going to throw the in turn here down in there and settle in and try to build this end and shrink the scoring zone that's available for Utica. It's a very strong play given the current score and the hammer situation halfway through. Utica has a hammer here in the 5th end of 8. So it's currently set up if the teams alternate score for Bucks to have the last hammer. Kevin would have no problem with a force here. A force being when you make your opponent only score 1 rock when they have the last rock. Over on sheet A, Jeff Wright picked up a score of 2. That's 8-2 in favor of them now after 4, playing in the 5th. That one walks its way in, and now he has lots of different angles working here. Kevin taking a good look at the scenario here, as he rightfully should. Can I ask Kristen to throw one into the top 8 underneath cover? Wouldn't be the worst thing if this skitter's a little bit long. Wouldn't be the worst thing if it's a little bit short. So, okay, they think it's heavy. The line's going to be really close. Now we're on it. We're going to try to nuzzle our own in, I think. And that's okay. Interesting again. So now you have one very lonely Utica rock as shot with a lot of cousins from across town and the Bluestones behind it. In front of it, rather. 5 rocks touching the 4-foot. And Roger can't be a huge fan of this, because we're on Vice Stones now, and, you know, halfway through, even though he's sitting shot, he certainly doesn't have the advantage. This one needs to bend over. And does come over and skitter into another interesting location. Now I think he's Kevin's going to play into guard that side. That's definitely a good shot playing the long game. Also available to him is hitting the stone on the opposite end and keying out the Utica rock now. But he's betting that Roger's still going to try to come up with more than one. That's not too bad. This Bonspiel goes back to 2015. This is the 6th iteration. We did miss 2 years due to the pandemic. Now Roger was trying to guard that possible hit that Kevin had there. Now I think if you're Kevin, you got to try to do that now. Once again, a very busy house. So right now, the shot that looks very good from the overhead, but not as good in real life, is to come around the red guard and tap the Blue Bucks County rock on the 4-foot and try to push back the Utica stone. And that is the call that Kevin's going to make. I would expect this to be thrown with about back 8 to back 12 weight. Pretty important shot of the end, because if this is well made, it would put Bucks County in a commanding position. So here's Kevin Stair with his first of 2 stones. Got to be hard to get past the guard. Got to hurry. Wade Norquay trying to hold it, trying to hold the line. Oh, and it just wrecks. But it's not so bad because it opens up, and now Roger has to be worried about that. So it wasn't a dagger that Kevin was looking for, but it certainly started to probe the wound a little bit, and Roger's going to look to put a suture over that. Looks like a really big end is shaping up over for Jeff Wright over on our D event. Roger Rowlett, sporting his Utica Curling Club colors. Their logo being a phoenix as their club rose from the ashes after a tragic fire. His first skip stone on the way in end number 5. Holly and MJ. Michelle calling the line, and that's going to over curl. Now that shot is far more visible. I'm standing right behind the hack right now, and I can see almost all of the blue rock. So he's going to try to pull that trigger, and that's going to apply a lot of pressure onto Utica if Kevin can make this shot. He's going to try to come on down there with about hack weight and just nuzzle back the Utica stone to lie 3. Big shot here, 5th end, A event final. Don't lose it. Here it comes. It looks pretty good. Starting to come in. Don't want to get too cute with it. Going to make the contact, and you're going to move it out. And you push it out, and there you are. At least Kevin Stayer sitting 3. So what is a Roger to do here? Well, he's facing 3. The only way is to grab a piece of the button. He's looking at an exotic shot, but I don't think it's there. I think he said he's going to try to pick both these rocks out. That's going to need a That's going to need a ton of weight. Let's see. Comes Utica. Roger Rowlett with his first rock. It's coming out pretty firm. It's going to need to grab a little piece of this stone and skid her in. Got to hold it. And that's going to go through the uprights, and it's a steal of 3. Roger saying, where was the sweep call there? But it's a steal of 3 for Bucks County, and that moves them to a 7-2 advantage here. And we have a final in the D event on sheet A. It was a significant steal for Jeff Wright and his squad, and they will be the winners of the D event. Congratulations to that entire team. Jeff Wright, Brian Dutt, Wayne Anderson, and their last player, Mike. They got that there, and Wayne's on his way to Korea right now because that's what Wayne does. And our runners up the D event is Team Hoofy. Brian Hoofy, Kevin Eiler, Steve Sabatino, and Elena Sabatino. We thank them for coming on out to join us. Okay, that was actually our C event over there on sheet A, so oops. But anyway, they have a flight to catch back to Wisconsin and Michigan. So we got them handshooked and on the way. Back over here, I see 1, 2, 3 Bucks County Curling Club rocks here in the 6th end. 2 biters in the top for Utica, so they have some possibilities, but they're going to make something happen kind of quick. There's 1 Bucks removed, but Utica skitters out as well. Kevin's just going to keep on loading them in here. Can make a heck of a case to remove the Red Rocks because they can never score if they're not in the paint. It's a beautiful draw thrown there by Kristen. Rogers still going to try to make something happen here, trying to get the little hit and roll over. Wayne Anderson just, Ian Alexander deciding just to skedaddle. He can stop the stream on sheet A though before he leaves if he likes. Why, thank you. They're going to get the hit. I don't think they're going to get the desired roll, though. So Kevin's probably just going to hit that right back. Kevin's trying to lock down a win here. And Roger's going to try his best to not make it easy. This is coming on over nicely. It's going to hit and roll on over, leaving them sitting 3. Roger's got to try to find a way to manufacture something here. He's going to try to hit the shot stone and play for the big roll under cover. Also available is the double or even triple takeout. I like the hitting the big roll and then maybe you get a miss back and you get to play a double for 4. that would be, he's going to need some help, but that would be the path that I'd be hoping for if, you know, if I was dreaming big. I think you have to now. In the 6th end, you're running out of ends. This has got a curl. They curled up and made the hit, but there was very little roll. Kevin's going to try to whack this out. Kevin Stayer with it, coming up with his final rock in the 6th end. Kevin and Jane, founders of this club. And we owe a great deal, obviously our very existence to them. And here's Kevin throwing his final in 6. Just keeping it clean. It looks pretty good. Needs to come up just a touch. Really want to hang on, and it does. Well, Roger's going to try to look for a miracle triple here. I don't think the angles go for it. But you sure as heck have to give it a shot. I mean, it's the only, truly your only shot. A draw for one does you, doesn't do you diddly. So Roger's trying to dial himself up a triple here. I just don't think it ever goes. I think that first object rock you hit is going to stay around forever if you clear the back one. Unless you hit it a little bit on the inside. That's going to be huge weight, and he's looking at that now. Roger can certainly throw enough weight to make a triple, but one with these weird angles. And Michelle being a good sport saying, yeah, this doesn't look too good. So here we go. They can see the writing on the wall, but Roger has to take a shot at this. It's conceivably possibly there. Just very difficult. Stones on the way for Roger Rowlett. You got to go. You got to hurry. You got to hurry. You're going to get one. Oh, and that's all you're going to get. Steal a two. And with the steal of two, that's going to wrap it up. Roger makes it official and concedes to Kevin. And with that, the 2023 Big Buckin Bonspiel is decided, and congratulations to the Bucks County Curling Club, Kevin Stayer, Kristen Weiss, Wade Norquay, and Jane Stayer with their second victory in this Bonspiel. A great weekend of curling by them and a great weekend of curling by Team Rowlett from Utica. Roger Rowlett, Michelle McEnroe, Hallie Feldman, and MJ Walsh. They put on a hell of a show for us through the weekend, and it was great watching from everybody. A big thank you to all of our volunteers, and thanks to everyone who came out this weekend at the Bucks County Curling Club. 5 and unders have it on your menu to sign up for any given 5-unday on January 18th through the 21st. Entries October 2nd, followed up by the Crooked Billet Bonspiel in May. So on behalf of myself, my co-chairs, Cassie Dragoz, Dan Pearson, Jess Galaccio, and the board directors and entire membership of the Bucks County Curling Club. This is Dave Schmelt. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.